Today is the first day in like 2 months that I've actually even picked up my camera. I'm very happy to be back. I missed you guys. So I'm sure all of you guys are super curious about what has been going on in my life the last 2 months, and I have to say a lot. So I wanted to make this video to do an update on what has been going on in my life. Some of the things I touch on, I will be making a separate, more in-depth video, but I'll let you know. It's just been kind of a busy 2 months for me. I think the last videos that I made was our trip to Iceland, and then we went to New York, and then we came home. Right before that was the acupuncture series. So in case you're wondering, did the acupuncture work?
Everything coming our way, ladies? Yeah.
So yeah, long story short, the acupuncture worked. I want to make a more in-depth video about it, talking about it, because honestly, it is kind of strange that it worked, that I was having so many issues with food and then it worked. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the foods that I can and cannot eat still, and just how certain foods make me feel, like even after that. So there are certain foods that I just have kind of like noticed that I feel a little bit different with. So definitely want to make a little bit more in-depth video about that. As far as food is concerned, I am not tracking anything. I am not really doing much of anything other than just being a little bit more conscientious about what I'm eating and about how much I'm eating. For a while, I don't want to say binging, but just my relationship and my thoughts around food was really terrible. And so I ended up gaining probably about 10 pounds, but luckily I have lost about half of that. So I'm on my way back down and on my way back to being just healthier in general and not eating all the crap that I shouldn't be eating. So that is what's been going on with me food-wise. Fitness-wise, I think the last things that I was doing fitness is just going to the gym, not having any sort of programming, not having any sort of structure, which for me is not good. I just kind of am like a fish out of water when I go to the gym and not have any structure. And I was riding my bike, which I got a new bike. I will show you guys that in a later video. But yeah, got a new bike, have not had a chance to ride it yet. So that's what I was doing fitness-wise. It was good, however, I just don't feel like I was pushing myself. I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't progressing or anything. With a lot of encouragement from Kelly, and just kind of taking the plunge with something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, I decided to start doing CrossFit. It is something that I've wanted to do for years. I have friends that do it, and it's something that I've just kind of like watched and looked at from the outside and thought, number one, I'm too heavy to do CrossFit, or I'm too out of shape, or oh, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And I was putting all these limitations on myself, and finally, I just decided to take the plunge. So I joined a box called D-Town CrossFit, and I absolutely love it. I love the people there. I never feel like I am the fat kid in the gym. I never feel bad because there's something that I need to modify. You know, running is something that I just physically can't do necessarily, just because of my foot and the problems that I have with that. And so we make changes, and and I ride the assault bike, which is probably way worse than actually running. But yeah, so June 1st I started CrossFit. I've been doing that, and I really love it. I know a couple of you have asked if I'm going to be making videos about CrossFit. I don't know. I'm not at that point yet. I don't know. I'm not quite there as far as filming. Maybe if I go to like a 5:30 in the morning class, because there's usually like me and like 5 other people in that class. But I'm not at that point quite yet, but maybe eventually I will, so that I can show you guys some of the things that I do. And I like the fact that I've progressed, like weight-wise. Like I'm progressing pretty quickly. I'm learning that I am naturally actually pretty strong, and yeah, I'm loving it. So that's that. Also, 3 weeks ago, if you guys follow me on any other social media, you will know that I had to have surgery unexpectedly. I will talk about that in another video, because that in itself is a story and will take forever. But I'm still recovering, because it was only 3 weeks ago. So actually holding this camera up is kind of uncomfortable. But that is what's been going on in a nutshell. A lot of things. CrossFit. I can eat whatever the heck I want. gained some weight, lost some weight. We're still redoing our house. We like painted the walls. We have like half of our house almost done. Let me guys show you the tile in the kitchen because I'm actually pretty proud of this. Kelly and a friend tiled this whole area and then grouted it in like a light gray. I absolutely love it. I think it looks really good. We're gonna get this this part up here kind of like refinished so it doesn't look as terrible. But look at that tile. Like, it looks really, really good. I'm very, very happy with it. And then all of our spices are a lot more organized. And then they also were able to tile this like backsplash area. So super, super happy with it. We will be getting the floors done this next week. That is also what we have been doing and focusing on. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to, oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys. So another thing that has happened lately is I got a new car. Yeah, I got rid of the Jeep. It was a very, very sad day. I'm still a little heartbroken by it, but it was time for the Jeep to go. I needed something a little bit more spacious, a little bit more grown up. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. Really, the main reason is just because the fact that like my parents are getting up in age, Kelly's mom's getting up in age, and it's very, very difficult for them to even get in the car. And it was a two-door Jeep. I couldn't really carry that many people. It's just hard to get into. It's a fun car. I absolutely love it. I was really sad to see it go. I saw it on the dealership's website and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. But I got a new car. I'm very excited about it. I'll also do another video about that because I want to show off the car, but I also kind of want to talk about my tips for buying a car. Yeah, so that is, a lot has been going on. I really want to get back to vlogging more often. I really miss it. I don't know where this channel is going to go. I still have weight to lose, so we will be focusing on that here in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, now I'm just waiting for Kelly to get home because we're going to go hang out with some friends for one of our friends' birthdays. So maybe I'll see you guys a little bit later. Panera has been one of my favorite places to eat lately just because they have really good food. I got the Fuji apple chicken salad, a turkey sandwich, and a side of fruit. It is the next morning. We had a really good time with our friends last night. I totally sucked at bowling last night, but it was fun nonetheless. So I'm gonna end the video here. Like I said, there will be other videos coming up with like more detailed stuff that I was talking about earlier. And yeah, get back to vlogging more often than every 2 months. So thank you guys. I will talk to you later.